Oh, oh, no, no, no! Hey, boys and girls. Mr. Orthopedia here with another episode of Walk Me Through. We're going to continue the walkthrough for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Wii U. So let's move on, shall we? Now we can actually go shield surfing. I'll show you that in just a minute. But for now, I want to be really careful here. When you're in a cold environment like this, it does affect your HP, so that's why I ate something really spicy. Oh no. The goblins. Well, let's just dispatch them by blowing these guys up. Well, that takes care of them. Let's see if we can dispatch some more of these guys. I hope there's an explosive barrel there. Uh-oh, got one of them. Well, that takes care of them. Oh, you know what? This chest is made of wood, so they can actually be broken with a really strong weapon. Like this sledge here. Oh, must show you this. That's right, you can you can basically snowboard on your shield. However, this does take a toll on its structural integrity quite a bit, and it's kind of hard to steer, and you do not want to fall into this river down here. It's really cold, and you can actually die from hypothermia. Even when you have the effects of the spicy peppers. So be very careful and yeah, be mindful of that. We have a place to cook something, but it's an old cabin and whoa man, oh man. Ooh. That was a Korok leaf. If I have more space I can show you what it does. It's not really that useful as a weapon. Now there are some monsters up ahead that are very dangerous, so be very careful. I'm just gonna cut through here and get some more spicy peppers. You can also carry a flaming weapon to keep yourself warm here, but uh-oh. Yeah, when you dispatch this guy, it'll explode. And don't shoot what they drop, because those explode too, so be very careful. That was an ice choo-choo. These guys... Oh my god, don't get me. Yeah. When they lose their ice power like that, that means they're more vulnerable to your attacks. But if you try to attack them while they're in their elemental state, they explode. You can, if it's a fire one, which is the red ones, you'll get burned. If it's the ice ones, you'll be frozen and solid, and that can hurt a lot. Both elemental attacks hurt a lot, so be very careful. Which is why I like to shoot them from a distance. They're more vulnerable. I mean, yeah, they're more susceptible, but they take twice as many hits to dispatch them when they're not in their elemental state. They're more vulnerable in that, but they're a lot more dangerous in that state, so be very careful. Oh, and I can't stress this enough. Do not even think about taking a dip in this river here, because it is really cold. I think we're almost out of time in the effects of the spicy seafood surprise. Let's try to dispatch these guys before we infiltrate this treehouse here. Ow! Uh-oh. Oh no! Uh-oh. I think that takes care of them. Now, the next thing we gotta do is find a way to get up there. And the best way to do that is to cut the rope. Well, that takes care of that. Oh, and look! Oh, I don't want that anyway. We get some more spicy peppers. Oh, there's still some that are... Ooh. Uh-oh, I better throw something away. Let's just throw that away. Pick that up. Let's... Right. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, ugh. I can't carry any more shields. Right. Let's drop this one. We won't be needing that anymore. But as long as we're here, let's go ahead and cook some of these spicy peppers. Let us see what happens when we mix fruit with honey. Energizing honey glazed. Ooh. Apple glazed in honey. Sweet. Right, let's just move on. Ooh, arrow. Oh. Don't want to break my... Right. Okay. Looks like the effects of the, Let's go ahead and eat this one now. Right. Let's move on. Now we're more than ready to go into this frozen tundra here. Oops, wrong room. We actually want to bridge the gap between this ugly river and... Yeah, again, you don't want to fall in there. It's very cold, and you will die from hypothermia. Let us see if we make our way up here. Let's see what's over here. Let's go up there for a while. I think the old man's up there. Okay, at this point, let's take off our shirt. I'll explain why in a moment. Yes, it is quite reckless to be in a frozen area without a shirt. Well, I'll explain why in just a moment. And I'm about to lose all my stamina. Let's talk to this guy here. Right. And now we get the warm doublet. So, now we've gotten the warm doublet, we won't be needing that. We won't be needing the chili stuff anymore. Let's go surfing while we're at it. Oops. Ow! That hurt. Well, that was a big fail. On my part. Now, let's head on over. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was fun. Uh-oh. You want to watch out for those boulders. You'll see them in a moment. Uh-oh. Now there's several other ways to get the warm doublet. Uh-oh. Oh no! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, I thought that was an exploding barrel. Ow! Uh-oh. Oh, I better stop that. Oh no, my sledge is gonna break. Oh crap. Ooh, food. Steak. Lovely steak, that is. Ooh. Oh, thank goodness they didn't pick those up. That would have been a disaster. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, arrow. It's one of mine. Uh-oh. Again, you do not want to fall into that water. It's freezing cold. Okay, let's go in. Hey!
Yo, let's do this.
Let's.
The Crayonus trial. Right. Let's go ahead and download the information. Yeah. Let's go ahead and download the Crayonus rune to our Chica slate. We now have the ability to use Crayonus. And let me show you what Crayonus does. Watch. With Crayonus, you can conjure up a pillar of ice, but it'll only work when you're in a body of water like this. Now the distance where the ice pillar appears depends on the angle of the game camera. And we also have another guardian scout to contend with. Uh-oh. Well, one less guardian to worry about. Right. Let's get what we have in this chest. Ooh. But my inventory's full, so I'm gonna have to get rid of something. Let's get... Oh my god, it's still more... Let's get rid of that. Disgusting. Right. Oh, we can actually break these. We can conjure up to 3 ice pillars at a time, so be aware of that, guys and girls. So. We actually made it to the altar. And now, let's awaken this oracle up. Anyway. we get the fourth and last spirit orb. With that done, let's see what happens next. As we exit the shrine, we're going to be greeted by the old man. Oh, here he is now. Imagine an X, he says. Oh, he's gone. But before we do any more puzzle solving, let's see about getting that chest that's in the lake. How are we going to do that, you ask? Without freezing our butts off? Like this. You want to be very careful, though. Oh, oh, no, no, no! Oh, that was too close. That was too close. That was way too close for comfort. That was way too close. Oh my goodness. See what I mean? You do not want... Oh no! Like I said, you can only conjure up to 3 pillars of ice at a time. Okay, all that for a piece of opal. Now, the old man said something about an X. Just imagine 2 lines here, 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 and here. Now, it was kind of hard to connect the dots, but the place where the X kind of, you know, the place where it intersects is the place where we ought to meet the old guy. So let's go ahead and warp. Let's go ahead and warp on over to the spot that's nearby. That's right, the Resurrection Shrine. That's right, the Cave of Resurrection. That's our nearest locale to where we need to be. Yeah, I can't talk. Moving on. Okay, that's the 3rd time we've been here. That's right. We now have the means to blow this crumbling rock. And let's see what we have in here. We have another piece of opal. Right. Uh-oh. More of these guys. What? You're still alive? How? Well, that takes care of them. Oh yeah. You see how that statue over there is shining near the altar? That's the altar of the Hylian, of the goddess Hylia. Is it me, or does she look a bit like the Virgin Mary? Let's go with a heart container, because chances are we're going to need it. That's right, boys and girls. We now have another heart container.
Ho!
Oh! How did you get way up there? Well, let's go see what he wants. Yeah. Assassin's Creed's got nothing on this. Except that you can lose your energy and lose your grip and fall to your death. Oh, there he is. Time to go into Mike's silence.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rhombospheramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists.
Ah! It's King Triton!
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation, in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
That's right. We got a long ways to go. And we get the paraglider. Yay! Right. That's right, boys and girls. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of the... I'm gonna do one more thing before I stop the video. Not just that, but there is something on top of this steeple. Uh-oh. There is something really interesting up here. And my cold resistance just wore off. There is something here. Ah. Well, 898 more to go. Let's get down from there. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. Until next time, next time we're going to go on to Kakariko Village, and then we're going to see about visiting Impa. Along the way, we'll find some really neat surprises. But that'll have to wait until the next video. But until then, this has been Walk Me Through. I'm Mr. O saying peace, and that's a wrap. See you soon. Peace!
We've got forced ventilation.